Today I fucked up by jumping into a lake in my bra panties to save a man that turned out to be an elite military scuba diver in training. I'm couch surfing with my sister and her BF. I work for him at the lakeside bar, trying to pay for college. My state is open, and while I'm not thrilled, I need both the job and my scored sofa accommodations to make it work. To give them their space, and myself a break from the doom scrolling, I take a run by the lake in the mornings. This lake is bomb-ass and draws scuba divers to the flooded town at the bottom. Today, I was in my own head running when a dark mass floated to the surface 40 feet away. I was on the craggy side of the lake and this dude looked dead. Dead facing away from me, his head was tipped back, eyes closed, bobbing like a fishing lure. No one else was around, so I thought he was quantum crazy out here scuba diving alone at the crack-ass of dawn, giving himself the bends or some nonsense. Like a jackass, I didn't yell at him to check in. Instead, I towed off my shoes and stripped to my skivvies to save the imbecile. The movie trailer in my head had me taking 3 glorious steps and launching into the deep blue water, Black Widow style. Instead, my tender feet hit the sharp rocks and I contorted under the pain like a slinky as I uncoordinatedly pitched myself into the water, doing a side flop. I was also wearing my contacts, so I swam hard in his direction with my eyes closed. When I opened them, he was dead-ass staring at me like I'd lost my ever-loving mind, so I blurted, "Are you okay?" He removed the regulator and incredulously said yes. My brain blue screamed while I tread water. The lake felt infinitely deep. Before I could terrify myself by hearing the Jaws theme song, I turned to knock the hell out of there, yelling over my shoulder, "I thought you needed saving," to explain my idiocy. As I pivoted, another dude cleared his throat from 30 feet away on the other side. I never heard a sound from him, so I freaked out, failing and belting an ear-wounding scream at him. Both asshats laughed as a few more heads surfaced around us. I was surrounded by divers, all wildly entertained by my ridiculous high-octane FU. After pointing to me and the beach, the merman that was my original target cautiously swam toward me after I nodded and escorted me to the shore. The beach was much further than I had anticipated, so I was trying to low-key breath, hiding my need to suck all of the O2 from the air. Also, the comedy of the situation consumed me and I started to giggle. Finally, I joked, "Dude, you are lucky you weren't actually dying, because it would have taken everything I have to drag your sorry ass this far." He chuckled before offering me a tow. "Hell, no, not gonna happen. Even if I had to dog paddle, I wouldn't openly accept that defeat." He quietly mocked me the rest of the way to the shore. I'm a secret sap for it. They were cadets or recent graduates from a military college, here for the summer. They've been training in pools and were doing some open water exercises. They had been out there at least part of the night. I'm sure I blew up whatever drill they were running. His training for pre-dive school. And since I am an expert Googler, I'm guessing that means combat diving. At the shore, I did my best to throw my shoulders back and march out of the water in my sports bra and undies in front of what I can only imagine are some pretty badass men. I did invite him and his clandestine crew for an absurdly overpriced beer at the bar tonight before shame jogging back into the woods for my clothes. TLDR, I tried to save an injured diver, ended up crashing some kind of military training. Edit, it's Lake Jocassee in SC. Also, the merman cheated. He was wearing a floaty vest and fins, that bastard. Okay, I'll admit there is a part of me that is attracted to his mysterious appearance from the Shadow Realm, and I'm definitely imaging that he's constructed from some kind of aluminum steel alloy, but he was also funny and kind. I was vibing his proclivity for witty and sarcastic comments and have a million questions I want to ask him. Ha! Edit 2. Okay, at work now and had to turn off the notifications because you snippers are blowing me up. To all the ladies giving advice, I left the dragonflies at home and went full cute sundress and Jesus sandals. Tried to wear my hair straight, but it's hot as hate out here and it'll be beach wave sweaty before long. My sister's BF has blabbed the whole thing and all of the staff is in full-on ribbing mode. Kinda great actually. They are currently reading the Reddit post, so they are cackling at you people too. So, even if he doesn't show, we're gonna have a great night. We have a long way to go since it's just the dinner crowd, but thanks for making my day great people. Edit 3 solid dinner crowd, but no mere man, or frog prince as you people have started to call him. Our lakeside drinking crew will start rolling in another 1-2 hours. I thought you salty bastards of today I fucked up would chew me up and spit me out, but look at you all showing up in the name of love. You guys are awesome. Even if I get ditched, it was worth the day with you. Edit 4 1 hour later. Still no show. Edit 6 last and final update because you guys are not letting up. I know this may seem weird since I posted this whole situation out into cyberspace for everyone to see, but yesterday it was just a comical story about a guy I didn't think I would ever see again. Something funny to share when we all need a giggle. Feels different to talk about him now that we've spent some time together. I like him. There's chemistry and similar interest and we have plans to see each other again. I don't need the pressure of Reddit to help me screw things up. You guys know I'm a bit of an expert in that regard. That's all, so go do something you love and find a way to at least balance the doom scrolling with some belly laughs. Sending much love to each of you. Edit 7 updates. You people keep screaming over 3 weeks later. Don't you have better things to do than pester me about my love life? Ha! The merman, the frog prince, the dashing man from depths, the king of the shadow realm and the many other nicknames that Reddit has bestowed is still very much in my life. He's better than I can describe with my mortal words. Fangirl him if you must because I will understand. Thank you all for the well wishes and positivity that this post has given. I hope something amazing and magical happens to each of you, and if it happens to be shamefully funny, I hope you will share because we all need as many laughs as we can get. Be safe, everyone. I have been feeling super sick from my chemo dose Monday and hadn't really had much of a laugh or giggle because of the nausea feeling. Thank you for making me forget about feeling sick and making me laugh. I feel like there are probably easier ways to get a guy. For effort. The romantic in me just absolutely loves this. Excellent story. You probably made their morning after a long and boring training session. A job inviting them to the bar. Please update us after they show up. Now remember, this isn't a pool. In the wild you will encounter things you don't expect. Honestly, I find this quite admirable and wholesome. Kudos to you for being an empathetic and courageous person. So are you guys engaged now? Update if they show up for the beers. This post is amazing. You surely made their days, too. This is hilarious. I can just picture you swimming with your eyes closed towards them. Haha. Don't be too embarrassed, it probably made their morning. So did you get married to this guy yet? I mean, that's an adorable first time we met story. I never realized there was a sunken town in Jokasi, and I've lived here for all but 8 years of my life. Might have to go check that out this summer. I'm not very far from there at all. This sounds like the beginning of a rom-com. If you guys get married, I want an invite. Also could we get an update when they show up or not for drinks? Hey, I am a paramedic and I want to say thank you and I really appreciate your efforts to save someone's life. That's not given, and besides this being a really wholesome story, I hope next time you will do your best again to save someone's life. This world needs more people like you. Also, don't risk your own life to save someone else. Some say that her undies are still wet to this day, long after leaving the lake. This story made my morning. You're amazing even though he didn't need saving, you tried. I really hope they go in for the beers and you'll hit it off. Cutest How I Met Your Mother story.